Hey everyone! Welcome to my very first plan with me. I'm so excited to have you here. We're going to be using this gorgeous neon summery kit from Caress Press. Skater Girl, I think it's called. Some great colors. The premium matte paper is absolutely delicious. And I'm super excited to have you guys here. Big disclaimer, this is my first time filming. I'm using a brand new Sony a6000 and a lens that isn't optimal for filming plan with me's, but I figured you'd understand given it was my first video, and hey, my hands look good, right? So a little bit of out of focus planner pages might be just fine, and if anything, you can blame my editor, who also happens to be my beautiful husband. So I'm getting started here with my bottom washi. I tend to like to do this first, lay it down, and really get a feel for the spread. I think that the kit intended, for the most part, that kind of bigger swirly piece should take up the whole bottom, but I really like the little lavender bit as a border, so I laid that down as well. This is also my first time ever using these Aura Estelle inserts, and I do have an Aura Estelle Cloud A5 wide. But I have been using Caress Press inserts, but I figured I'd give these guys a go too, and they're undated, which is super nice. So if I ever want to do an extra spread or anything like that, it does give me that flexibility, which is great. And the paper quality is nice. I would say it's slightly less premium than the Caress Press, but hey, still works here. So I'm laying down my date covers, and they were pretty thick. This premium matte paper is super luxe, so I didn't really feel the need to have to white out. This was also my first time, by the way, using the Tombow whiteout. I was previously using that crappy Bic one, and let me tell ya, this is good. So I'm here laying down the dates. I normally do like to add some foil date covers, but I figured I didn't want to waste the numbers here that were included so generously in the kit, and I really like when shops do that. So I'm laying those down pretty quickly here, and I also don't tend to like here that they have a white background. I feel like it pops too much off of the date covers, but c'est la vie. Yeah, so now I'm going to be laying down my my glitter headers, and you know, I don't really have a normal process for these. Sometimes I like to alternate colors, but this time I kind of wanted to stick to the baby blue. And I really like the vibe here. I feel like it has a little bit of like this 70s retro, which I really like. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm all here for the 70s coming back with bell-bottom jeans and high-waisted everything and big hair, because all that works well for me. So I just put down that Fashion Girl, you know, definitely like to have a little bit more of a glitz and glam sidebar. So trying to now figure out which full boxes to use, and I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I have some real analysis paralysis with trying to figure that out. So I'm laying down a habit tracker. Normally I track things like my workouts or, you know, what I'm spending on stickers and such. And to be honest, I don't always find them the most useful or that I use them frequently enough, and oftentimes they end up being more of a shame bell than anything, but I like to have them there just in case. In this instance, because I did have the big Fashion Girl, I opted for one instead of two, because again, it's not the most important part of my spread or my, you know, organization style. So I'm moving everything up so that I can keep one more of the full boxes in the spread. I do actually really like the dinner plans on the side and giving myself a space to at least try and figure out what I'm going to be cooking for myself and my husband during the week. I did have to cut a little bit of that full box off just to make it fit, but I think that it looks still really awesome, and I'll dress it up a little more later as well. So now the difficult part of figuring out, you know, what order I'm going to put the full boxes in. And somehow when I was sticking this down, I must have seen double, and I had put it down so wrong. But luckily, since the focus is a little bit out of whack, you can't really see that. So if anything, it works well for me. But yeah, I think the other reason why I really love this kit is because it features some brands and products I actually use. I don't know about you guys, but I use the Boom Boom Cream from Sol de Janeiro, and it's amazing. I have multiple tubs of it. It smells delicious, like I could eat it. And I've been a Billie subscriber for 3 or 4 years now. Their razors are the best. I haven't had to buy a razor head in years. And, you know, I definitely wouldn't probably start using anything else for quite some time now. So Billie's really great. And for anyone that doesn't really know me, I'm very much a beauty and skincare and makeup freak. So from time to time, you might hear me talking about that kind of stuff here. And those kinds of things matter for me in kit art for sure. This is my, I think, second time, or maybe even my first time using a Caress press kit, and I'm definitely really impressed with the quality. You'll have to watch the video to see, but I've had a few snafus with needing to lift up some stickers, and I saw them doing that pretty nicely, so that's great, especially for someone who's a complete shit show when it comes to building out these spreads and not always doing everything neatly. I actually, if you see here, have that black card from the Cloth and Paper subscription box, and that thing comes in such handy. I'd never even used any straight edge before, but now because it's cute and on top of my desk, I use it, and I also wanted to make sure to show off for you guys a little bit, I also really love this little trend of having the glitter headers topped off with an overlay. So I had one of those from Scribble Prints Co., which you see me using here. I think it came from one of her Misfit grab bags though, so there are some slight imperfections, but it's almost undetectable, which is great. And I love the look on top of what already is this kind of imitated glitter in the header. So there's definitely a lot of silver and especially hollow throughout the spread that you'll see as I continue to build it out. I also really like that the spread had the two double box, or I guess kind of corresponding full boxes, where you can lay them side by side for a complete scene. I think that's so lovely, so artistic. It really kind of, I think, gives more vibe to a spread than just an individual full box. So I'm rounding out my glittery headers here with the hollow overlay, and I'll give you a little quick wiggle just so that you can see at least somewhat kind of what the idea here is. I also wanted to add a bit more pizzazz with some additional hollow doo-doo-doos, as I like to call it. So over here I'm putting a washi overlay from Sadie's Stickers and just giving it a little bit more sparkle. I actually got a lot of the idea for adding hollow from a DM with Chan Plans, who I believe also did a video with this kit. So I love, being able to engage with different people in the planner community. And I think one of my favorite things has been, seeing how we all use similar kits, but are doing it in our own way, in our own fashion. I'm now using these reinforcers from Caress Press that are also this kind of glitter hollow, and I start to realize that they actually are getting stuck to the table, so I quickly removed that. So went off camera, obviously, to fix that up, and I love how it looks. I haven't used reinforcements on any of these inserts before, or any inserts whatsoever since high school, so it's giving me a little bit of high school trapper keeper vibes, but I love it because it's just another extra, pizzazz to the spread. I just added a little confetti overlay, also from Sadie's Stickers. Honestly, one of my favorite shops. I feel like I've made 6 orders from her in the last few months, so I love that. She has such amazing things, especially on $2 Tuesdays, which, Tuesday used to be my least favorite day of the week. Here I'm putting down a hollow, I guess it's a third box, from Scribble Prints Co. and a Coffee Monday script from Letters to Apollo, and a cute little coffee cup from A Glittery Life Plants, just to, denote the fact that, hey, it's Monday, Mondays suck, and even someone like me who isn't really crazy about coffee is in need of it. And I'm not sure about you, but, I just got an espresso machine, and let me tell you, that thing really gets me amped up. On Mondays, I also tend to lay down to-do lists because, for top of the week, I'm thinking about what I have ahead of me. So almost always I'll have to-dos for the week. But today I knew I didn't have too many. So I just cut one of the checklists and added the few things I needed to do, which were all Instagram related. And one of those was a promotion for a Harry Potter birthday spread challenge that I'm doing with my awesome friend Liz of Crafty Inked Girl. Now I'm adding a very important reminder that I need to wash my damn hair, because I'm one of those girls that has thick curly hair and I really only wash it once or twice a week. So sometimes I need to remind myself, especially now in this shelter in place quarantine time, of did I even wash my hair at all? So it helps me kind of stay on track with that and not be a complete dirtbag, which I'm sure a lot of ladies understand. On Tuesday, the 21st, is my best friend from high school, Susanna's birthday. She's turning a wonderful 29 years old, the last year of her 20s, so we're all facing that right now, and I wanted to make sure to denote it in there and so that I remember to send her a text and have her gift go through. And did you all find it kind of difficult to do presents this year because you have to figure out a way to do something virtually? I mean, come on. It's hard enough as it is. That amazing kind of semicircle deco is from Honey Inked, and it's a hollow foil with seashells. It's one of my newer purchases from her shop, and I love her shop for things like this and little mandalas and other doodads that just kind of really add some beautiful deco to the spread. I just laid down a half box that denotes a pitch camp that I did. So for those that don't know, I do public relations for tech companies and startups. And so I gave a group of 20 tech founders a primer on how to pitch journalists in the tech space, particularly right now with the news all focused on Corona. Tuesdays are a little tradition, Taco Tuesday bike ride. My sister and brother-in-law bike over. They're about a little more than a mile away to my house, and my husband and I hop on our bikes and we just ride around the neighborhood like a cool little biker crew, and then we stop by at a amazing taco shop right next door to us and grab some tacos. And we do this every Tuesday now over the summer while the weather's nice, and it's a great way to get some exercise but also drink. And I'm definitely not talking fast enough, so I'll speed it up a little bit. On Wednesday, we went to go pick up my camera, which I used to film this. We did a cool Facebook marketplace transaction. If you haven't tried that, it's a great way to buy things at a great price. And while we were out there, we met with friends in the neighborhood and had dinner at their house. Right now, in a world like this, it's just so nice to be able to see friends and just get that human interaction. So I'm adding another overlay box, but underneath, from Sadie Stickers, and it has this beautiful foil confetti in either corner. And I'm marking it with a third box and a coffee cup that comes from this kit and a script from one of my new favorite shops, Clena, where, I just wanted to denote the fact that I got shit done that day. I don't think I even got up from my desk from what I was working on for work for 4, 5, maybe even 6 hours. I had forgotten to go to the bathroom, to drink anything. I was so stiff when I finally woke up. I went back and I added some of that glitter overlay to the headers just to make sure that any of the new ones that I added are sparkly, because we can't have them miss out on that, right? On Thursday, my husband and I took our 5-month-old beagle puppy Bumble to a dog run, which was really nice, and we spent a little while there before it started thunderstorming. And the dog run is actually right on the water, so it's very picturesque. and it's just nice for us to go out with him. And yes, his name is Bumble because my husband and I met on Bumble, so figured we might give them a little bit of an homage. After that, hot summer evening, we decided to take a ride and try and get some ice cream, where we discovered this new Italian place, a new cafe called Cafe Tazzetto, which had the most amazing gelato, and that is a teeny from Gland Planner, and she's actually drinking butterbeer, but I figured cafe, butterbeer, same damn thing, right? Moving on to Friday, which was it started out in a scary way. Bumble, our puppy, who's a beagle, has extremely long ears, and so that means he's more susceptible to ear infections, and so he woke up with bleeding ears and he was itching and screaming, and obviously being newer parents, we took him to an emergency visit to the vet. So I was super stressed about what was going on with him and hoping that he didn't cause any permanent damage with his itching. And luckily, after visiting our wonderful vet, he took care of him and his ears are fully back to normal right now. The next thing, which you can't really see here, but we'll zoom in shortly, is for Bagel Friday. And this is something that my husband and I do. We'll go out and we'll get breakfast in the morning, usually from our favorite bagel shop, just as a way to kick off the weekend, especially in the summer when I have summer Fridays and only have to work, for the most part, half of the day. So it's a good way to kind of round out the week for us. And living in New York, let me tell you, the bagels are really good. And we even did sushi and tequila that night with my sister. You'll see the Fishers coming up in my spread a lot. That's my sister and my brother-in-law. They live so close, and we love hanging out with them, so we do that a lot. So you'll see them many a time in this plan with me and in future ones. And by the way, Friday was National Tequila Day, so you best believe that everyone had to partake. This weekend was actually really fun. I'm adding a few glitter headers because I love pink, and I thought that it looked really cool to have the darker pink on top and the lighter pink on the bottom. In the morning, I went to go and visit my family, and whoops, I messed that up. My parents live, I think, like a quarter of a mile away, or like a 15-minute walk. So we made sure to go and spend some time with them outdoors while the weather is still warm. Being older, my parents are high risk, so we try to limit our exposure to them. But we definitely spend some time on the weekends outside, just visiting them in their backyard at a safe 6 to 8 feet apart. And in addition, we also went to the farmer's market and visited my friend Irene's new apartment, both of those being by the beach. So it was really nice for us to have a little bit of a day out and bring Bumble along with us, of course. Sunday was a day full of, fun, but also some productivity. So I planned a bunch in the morning, and especially after going to Michael's and getting a few things that, like stickers and organizers and things like that. We also went grocery shopping because Michael's also happens to be next door to Fairway. And I definitely love Fairway. It's a great supermarket, and we all know that not all grocery stores are created equal. Sunday was also super exciting for me because for the first time ever, I won a giveaway, and that's why I decided to switch that quarter box here to one of the super hollow ones from Tiff's Planet. From Scribble Prints Co. because I won the Tiff's Planet giveaway, and so I picked one of those once more with love, hair on fire, mind blown emojis, because I was like, no way did I win that, but I did. So I get to buy more stickers because who doesn't love that? And in that evening, we went to Fairway because we were hosting a barbecue for my sister and her husband at our house, and this was our first time hosting them at our house since we had just moved here, and did a little barbecue. My husband cooked, which was lovely, and we had such a great time. So such a good way to end out the week. So now the most fun part, at least for me, which is adding in these little deco stickers, and also finishing out the sidebar, which normally I do in the beginning, but I must have forgotten here. I also am not sure if I mentioned, but I'm using an Energel Clena pen in 0.5 fine point here, and I'm obsessed. This is my first pen of this kind, and it works so well on this paper and is just so nicely inky. I just love the way that I write with it, and we all know that not all pens give us, the same nice handwriting or ability to write as neatly, and this one is perfect for me. I'm now bringing in these interesting bow deco stickers, which I actually think were meant for dividers that I had gotten from Planner Press, but I cut them apart and added them to the Fashion Girl, just giving her a little bit of some hollow pizzazz. And I really loved the deco in this kit. I think it pulled in a lot of the elements from the full boxes that I really liked, but also added in some different elements as well that made them not feel so repetitive. Sometimes I feel like kits pull in deco stickers that are just too close to the full boxes, and then I have some trouble trying to place them so it doesn't feel too repetitive next to the full box that corresponds with the deco. I also thought that it might add some more pizzazz to add the deco stickers to the confetti boxes, just so that there's a little bit less white space. So now you can take a look and see my finished spread. I am obsessed with all of the hollow, especially in the washi, and I'm just so glad that you guys decided to come and hang out with me. Thank you so much, and I hope that we get to hang out together again soon. Bye!